The next day, while the trio slept from their late night shenanigans, Till's AAD rang nonstop. Back in town, the liaison was once again summoned to the refugee center to aid the squealing headmaster. What now, Grant? I'm busy. I don't have time to deal with your every worry, Till stated as he stepped through the open door of Grant's office. The devils are stealing again, and I have the proof, Grant cried. Oh, really? Because just last week you said they were stealing, except you couldn't tell me what. So let's try again. What did they steal from you? Till questioned. They broke into my clean office and ransacked the place, can't you tell? And they took something very precious to me. You see, there, from my shelf. I even had an enchantment on the case, but they still managed to get to them. I need to look at the security footage right away. You have my permission to access any sensitive areas. This is an emergency, and we must act fast. Onward! Grunt demanded as he began to waddle towards the door. So, you won't tell me what they took, and you're demanding I give you access to classified information. That's not how it works, Till responded, remaining still. They have been coming into town at night and stealing. I know it, Grant accused, getting more and more flustered as he turned back around. Tell me what they took, because from my side, everything seems to be in its place, Till said, slowly canvassing the alleged crime scene. All I'm willing to say is that they took something very important to me, something I've been collecting. But if you aren't going to do anything about it, then you might as well see yourself out. Grant kicked and fussed as he returned to his chair, refusing to look in Till's direction. Rolling his eyes, Till made his way from the headmaster's putrid office, only to stop just outside Keese's door. Looking through the window, he saw her sitting at her desk, coiled around her chair, focused on one of her many screens. Come in, Keesa sung. Caught off guard, Till was forced to enter. Before stepping in, he thought of how to explain why he was lurking outside her door. Knowing Grant's accusations would upset her, Till remembered his own youth and what he and his friends used to be like and decided not to say anything. Hello, Nurse Keesa. I didn't mean to bother you, he said, trying to be polite. Is that why you were lingering outside my door, like a stalker? Till was at a loss for words. You know, I have a camera with a motion sensor. It pops up right here when someone's outside my door, Keesa said with a joking smile. Till began to blush. Don't go shedding your skin again. Come and sit. Tell me what's new. Have the GA responded yet? Shaking off the embarrassment, Till sat in the spare chair which he rolled towards Keesa. I haven't heard a single thing, Till said. Only the message they sent acknowledging they received my report. What do you think that means? Keesa asked. Well, I believe I know what it means. What do you think it means? Till replied. Well, assuming the worst, I'd say it means the shadow's on the move and we are descending into war once again, Keesa answered without a hint of fear or surprise. Till stared at Keesa with more than admiration. You must have been fierce in battle, cold-blooded. Oh, please, Keesa replied, giggling at the flattery. When their shared laughter dwindled, Keesa seemed to have a question. So, what are we going to do? I honestly don't know, Till answered. We could leave and take our chances, or we could stay and take our chances. If you were to ask Grant, he would say we have nothing to worry about and that he has a few tricks up his sleeve. Till's impression of the headmaster sent Keesa back into laughter. Well, whatever you decide, I'll back you up, she said through uncontrolled giggles. Till stared in amazement. Okay, be gone with you, Keesa scolded with an adorable smile. I have tons of work to do and you're not helping. Meandering through town, Till walked stall to stall, speaking with anyone interested. Crowdsourcing opinions from the locals was always a good strategy. It not only gained more insight, but made the locals feel important. Till eventually returned to the station, and the moment he opened the front door, the chime of an incoming call could be heard. Finally! Hopping the counter, Till cartwheeled across the room until gently landing in his chair, his momentum carrying him into position. Removing his nano helmet, he quickly placed his hands into the controls. Taking a deep breath, he answered the call. A video window appeared, and at its center was a spinning GA crest. After exchanging proper codes, the caller was revealed. As Till turned on his video, the caller began the process of removing his battle helm. A green segmented exoskeletal complexion that looked more like armor than skin appeared, and sharp bulbous eyes stared at him through the screen. The intimidating face was crowned by two golden horn-like feelers and was unmistakable. Major Lessie, sir! Thanks, Sarush, you're okay! Till said. Good day, Liaison Till, good day, Major Lessie said in his standard prideful tone. First, I would like to thank you and your town for the aid you provided me and my crew. I am in your debt. Let me say what an honor it is to be saved by such a hero. I would be lying if I said the experience didn't bring back memories, Till replied. But there's no need to thank me, Major. I was simply doing my duty, sir. Ah, yes, duty, Major Lessie said before pausing. The silence grew. Till could see Lessie stuck in contemplation. He knows something, Till thought. Alas, the Major said, returning to the present moment. It's come to my attention that there have been several events on your planet, one of which involving my unfortunate stay there. Not my favorite vacation, I have to admit. Still, I read your report, and I have to ask, is this real? What part of my report are we discussing, sir? Till replied. Did a cadet truly produce an attack of such magnitude? And did some poor soul explode because of it? Well, yes, sir. I saw it with my own eyes. But the unfortunate soul you refer to, he's fine, Till responded. And there's no chance your DSS was tampered with? I'll admit there's been an increase in traffic recently, but there's no one here capable of doing that, sir. This boy, the survivor you speak of, is he still on world? I explained all of this. He should know everything I do about Arrow. Did the GA redact my report? Till thought before answering. Yes, he and his friends live just outside town. Your orders are simple then. Sit tight, liaison. The Liberty has been brought back from the grave and is on its way. Be prepared to evacuate the entire planet upon our arrival. There is another cruiser scheduled to arrive within the week. The, Vara. Should we be ready by then? No, Major Lessie replied. My orders say to retrieve anyone still on world. Major, if I may speak freely, this doesn't make any sense. What is going on? Is there anything you can tell an old vet? Till probed. Unfortunately, there's nothing to tell, other than the obvious. The Shadow are on the move. Thought so, Till sighed, retreating into thought for a moment before his training kicked in. I need more information. What about the crash? Can you tell me what's out there ripping cruisers to shreds? What I'm permitted to say is this, Major Lessie said. It is the single most powerful thing I have ever faced. That's it. That's it? No, this is all wrong. Can you at least describe it? There's no PAR, nothing on the social networks, no information at all on what happened to the Liberty or its crew. For good reason, Till, for good reason, Major Lessie said, raising his armor-covered hand to wipe his brow. I will say no more on the matter other than this. If you are in the path of that beast, you will feel its evil malice first, and when day turns to night, it is already too late. Till had no response. Nothing to worry about, liaison, Major Lessie said. I will be there in no time to retrieve you and your flock. A fitting first mission back in the field, if I do say so myself. Till was struck by curiosity. Did you watch the DSS recordings I sent with the report? I was not permitted. Till was struck, unable to understand why the report was being swept under the rug. Should I tell Major Lessie? Can I trust him? Don't rack yourself. Leave the thinking to those better suited, or at least higher ranking. The Major let out a boisterous laughter, accented by a sharp clicking sound. Till remained silent. You just make sure everyone is ready. I will be there as quick as we can. Until then, stay safe. Stay vigilant. The video call ended, and Till leaned back as far as his chair would allow him. Rubbing his temples, he was relieved that his decision to leave or stay had been decided for him. Sadly, his and everyone else's deepest fear was true, that their enemy has returned to their crusade and is leading a monster so large it turns day into night. The Shadow. On the move once again, huh? Scaled gods help us.